El Dorado, the city of gold, has captured the imagination of adventurers and treasure hunters for centuries. But what do we really know about this mysterious city? In this video, we will explore interesting facts about El Dorado, from its origins to the modern day. El Dorado, meaning the Gilded One in Spanish, was a legendary city said to be located in the heart of South America. The city was said to be made entirely of gold, and its ruler was said to be covered in gold dust. El Dorado was not a single city, but rather a mythical kingdom or empire said to exist in the Andes Mountains of Colombia. The legend of El Dorado dates back to the 16th century, when Spanish conquistadors first arrived in South America and heard tales of a golden city. The Muisca people, who inhabited the area around present-day Bogota, Colombia, were the originators of the El Dorado legend. The Muisca people did not actually worship gold, but rather used it for decorative and symbolic purposes. The Muisca people did perform a ritual involving gold dust, which inspired the El Dorado legend. During the ritual, the Muisca chief covered himself in gold dust and then dove into a lake, symbolizing his purification and transformation. The Spanish conquistadors were obsessed with finding El Dorado, believing it to be a source of untold riches. The search for El Dorado led to the conquest and colonization of much of South America, as well as the brutal exploitation of indigenous peoples. Many expeditions were launched in search of El Dorado, but none were successful in finding the city. The legend of El Dorado sparked a gold rush in South America, with many people coming to the region in search of riches. One conspiracy theory suggests that the Jesuits, a Catholic religious order, found El Dorado in the 17th century and kept it hidden to protect it from the Spanish. Another conspiracy theory suggests that El Dorado was actually located in Brazil, not Colombia. The search for El Dorado also inspired many works of art, including paintings and sculptures. Despite the fact that El Dorado was never found, the legend lives on to this day, inspiring adventurers and treasure hunters around the world. So what would El Dorado have actually looked like? Let's explore the infrastructure of the city. El Dorado was said to be located in the mountains near present-day Bogota, Colombia. The city was said to be built on a lake or lagoon, and surrounded by lush forests and mountains. The city was said to be made entirely of gold, with even the streets and buildings adorned with the precious metal. The ruler of El Dorado was said to live in a grand palace made of gold, with a throne and other furniture also made of the precious metal. The people of El Dorado were said to be incredibly skilled in metallurgy, and were able to work gold into intricate designs and shapes. The city was said to have a sophisticated infrastructure, with aqueducts and irrigation systems that allowed for agriculture and farming. The people of El Dorado were said to be peaceful and prosperous, with no need for warfare or conquest. The city was said to be self-sufficient, with all resources and goods produced within its borders. The people of El Dorado were said to have a strong connection to nature and the spiritual world, with rituals and ceremonies involving the elements and the natural world. While El Dorado may have been a mythical city, the search for gold has had a real impact on the region. Let's explore some of the modern-day consequences of the legend. The search for gold in South America has led to widespread environmental damage, including deforestation and pollution. The search for gold has also led to the displacement of indigenous communities, as their land and resources are taken over by mining companies. The search for gold has also fueled conflict and violence, as criminal organizations and armed groups fight over control of mines and resources. But what about the conspiracy theories surrounding El Dorado? Let's explore some of the most popular ones. Some people believe that El Dorado was deliberately kept hidden by the Spanish, who wanted to maintain their monopoly on the gold trade. Others believe that the indigenous people of the region deliberately misled the Spanish, sending them on wild goose chases in search of the mythical city. Some believe that El Dorado was actually a metaphor for something else, such as a spiritual or philosophical concept. Others believe that El Dorado was actually a real city, but was destroyed by natural disasters or war. Still others believe that El Dorado was never a real city at all, but rather a fabrication or myth created by the Spanish. Despite the many mysteries and legends surrounding El Dorado, one thing is clear: the search for the city has had a profound impact on South America and its people. The legend of El Dorado continues to inspire people around the world, with many still searching for the mythical city. The search for El Dorado has also led to new discoveries and scientific advances, as researchers explore the history and culture of the region. The legend of El Dorado serves as a reminder of the power of myth and legend to capture the human imagination and inspire great feats of exploration and discovery. Ultimately, the search for El Dorado may never be fully resolved, but it remains a fascinating and enduring mystery that continues to captivate people's imaginations and spark new discoveries and insights about the history and culture of South America. If you found this video informative and entertaining, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel for more fascinating content. Thank you for watching.